Hi, welcome to my space. I am Wendy Darling, and this is Real Talk with Wendy Darling. So I saw a video a little while ago by Patera. Her name's Patera. Oh crap, I can't think of the name of her channel. It's homesteading something. Look up Patera homesteading. You'll find her. She talks about some really good, important things. And watching her video a few minutes ago brought up something that I have been wanting to make a video about for a while. If you read the description here, it'll tell you that I was an exotic dancer, stripper, stripper, say it, stripper, for 15 plus years. I truly enjoyed it. But so the video that Patera made this morning was basically, her video was about a girl that came into, I guess, like a chicken, I'm going to think, KFC, I don't know, on Sunday, wearing a sweatshirt and barely anything else, and basically that you could see, and the girl was 13 and you could see everything. I'm here to tell you about the sexualization of children, something that you probably haven't realized. So I'm 55 years old. I started stripping in 1990. I was 20. To find clothes to strip out of was not easy. We had what they called costume ladies, and generally they were older women who had been strippers in their past, and they would sew clothes for us. And they would come in and they would set up their racks in our dressing room, and we would buy their clothes. And that's how they made a living after they quit stripping. So I live in Tennessee, and to find anything, we had to drive to Knoxville, the biggest city close to us, where there was a Fredericks of Hollywood, probably a name you haven't heard in a while, where there was a Fredericks of Hollywood, because that was the only place we could find anything, lingerie-wise, that was, you know, stage-worthy to strip out of. Not to mention shoes. The 5-inch heels that we wore, that's not something that you came across easily, especially in 1990. They didn't exist. You ordered them from somewhere, or you didn't really get them. So as the years went on, things started to change. Let's jump to now. I'll tell you this, my 20-year-old self, if I would have walked into the Walmart here in small town Tennessee, in a town that consists of right at 6,000 people, if my 20-year-old new stripper self would have walked into the Walmart, I would have been in stripper heaven. The 5-inch high heels, you didn't find those. Let's just go to the kids section in Walmart now. Plenty of stripper wear there. I watched my son graduate a few years back, and that's all the girls walking up, you know, the other graduating, the rest of the class, the girls wearing 5-inch heels. And I looked at the person that I was there with, and I said, why are all these girls wearing stripper shoes? So what's happened? It's went from, in 1990, I couldn't find anything, especially a thong. You didn't find a thong. You had to get those from the costume ladies. That's what we called them, the costume ladies. Now you can buy thongs at Walmart like it's nothing. Something else I want to touch on here. How in those 15 years, I never heard anything about child rings, all these, you know, things with children, the stalking of children. That was not a thing. All these girls that are getting taken for whatever reasons. How did I never hear of that? How through my entire career as a stripper did I never, and I didn't just stay here in Tennessee. I've stripped all over this country, the country of England, and in Wales. How did I never hear of anything like that? So I quit in 2005. At 35. I kind of actually bounced around there. I'd quit and go back. I mean, it's good money. So it was hard to get away from in that sense. I was beyond over it in any other sense. But if you think there's not been a major sexualization of children on a corporate level, you would be wrong. Again, this is something that most people probably wouldn't have thought of unless you'd have been in my shoes for all those years. That's a real thing. It's a very real thing. Just some food for thought there.